Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Yep, we are in Sydney, Australia this morning, and it's 3 a.m. And we're going to jump right in here with Rob. He's going to start to explain his problem and how we're going to go about helping him solve it.
Yeah.
So I know you get a lot of water. So
Yeah.
tell me on this side of the house, what is your plan that you want to do here?
Sure. So if I can swing around, you can see I'm doing this single-handedly, like a lot of landscaping, and it's taken me so long now, 3 months since this was built. That weed has grown up in the back there since I started.
It looks like a lot of work and looks really good too. I like the wall.
Yeah. My biggest problem is here we are after quite a lot of rain, and it's just been pooling down here.
I see it.
Yeah, so what I need is a solution through here. I've actually got some videos I could send you if you're interested, where this entire area is just waterlogged. In fact, you can see that air conditioning unit there. That the water was lapping right to the very bottom of that air conditioning outdoor unit. That's how high the water was. So for now, for the moment, I think what I need to do is put like gutter drains down here. I probably need to put some catch basins along here, probably a massive set of catch basins up here. What I was thinking of doing was, putting a retaining wall perhaps just along here to sort of define a garden bed, but put catch basins in the garden bed on the high side of a small retaining wall along here, just to catch that water so I keep it away from this structure as much as possible. But then I need like a second and maybe third line of defense.
Okay, so wait, what?
That's
Rob?
what I'm thinking.
Right, those are all really good ideas.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some advice here. You're not going to like it.
Okay. No, tell me.
But before we go there, where do you plan to discharge all this? Where is it going to go?
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
And that courtyard area is probably going to come up to about here.
Okay.
It'll probably get paved. So I've already got some other ag lines coming in from the rest of the house coming here. And this is the current stormwater point. So I put a snap T on there just so I could connect in. But to my horror, when I opened it up, when I drilled into it to connect that sort of T intersection on, the water's just sitting there. And the water's sitting there because it's got to go all the way along there, like some 40 meters. I don't know what's 40 meters in feet.
Yeah, 120 feet. Show me where it's going. Where does it discharge?
Right. Yeah, sure. So it comes down here.
And all your downspouts, are they tying into that line also?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
These are all fine.
Okay.
I know this because I dug all this by hand once upon a time years ago.
Yeah.
And it actually comes up as a little bit charged. So under the ground, it comes up. My original intention was to drop it down. So you can see my front yard still needs a huge amount of work here.
So it looks Rob, it looks like you're walking downhill pretty good. You got good fall?
Yeah, you can. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit, especially this last little bit.
Perfect.
And you can get a sense of the fall generally up down. But it comes all the way at the moment out to this little hole here in the. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's nice. You've got a good discharge. You got a good curb hole, and this is.
I don't know if that helps.
Oh yes, this is a solvable problem. So that. Back in the back, you can stay right there or wherever you want, but back in the back where you showed me the current storm drain, where everything's going to, you say there's water standing in there, but when you add more water, does it come out there to the street?
Oh yeah, it still comes out. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And it's still coming out right now. I don't know if you can see that, but there is water just dribbling out right now.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go back in the back, and I'm going to give you some of the things that you need to do. Like I say, some of them are easy, some of them you're not going to like, but it will solve your problem.
Okay.
And just kind of listen, all the downspouts that you got going into this line, that's perfect. Should not be a problem. All the way, you do have good fall from the back all the way out to the front. That's great. And you can pretty much do whatever you want here. I mean, however you want to landscape it, you're all good.
Yeah.
Back here, okay, let's go on back to the retaining wall.
Yep.
The biggest mistake, and I hate to say mistake, that just makes people feel so sad, is behind the retaining wall there needs to be a footer drain. There needs to be a drain.
Yeah.
And
you mean at the surface? Is something
No.
at the surface or down the very bottom?
at the very bottom.
Yeah.
So there needs to
So
be people call it a French drain, but it's a footer drain, and it needs to be gravel perforated pipe, and that is going to solve more of your problem. Even though you see all this water coming over the wall, if you put a footer drain down there, and especially if you bring that gravel all the way to grade to the top of the wall, that will solve your problem.
You guys that built this for me, I basically had to sack because it was bulging out, and they couldn't. They blame me for bringing in an excavator and just smoothing it out up here, right? And I told the excavator didn't even go anywhere near the wall, and I felt that they really didn't know what they were doing. What they had done was they put a slotted Agg pipe in, and they put gravel, probably about maybe only about 3 inches gravel. Now what they put in was this stuff here, which I've capped, which is 65 millimeters, which is probably about 3 inches.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 inches. More.
And they put that down the bottom, and they put so little gravel in that I don't think it was doing anything at all. So it goes down. This is an inspection pipe thing, so that's on like a Y joiner to the bottom, so I can flush it. That was my thinking. I'll probably bury that, and that comes down here all the way. And at the moment, all it does is it comes out. You can see it poking through here, and then it joins on to that thing. Now, that was another idea they had, but it joins onto the stormwater at a high point over there, so I wasn't happy with that. And when we had a whole lot of rain recently, it all just pulled in here, but it never even got to that. So my idea was to find a low point and try to target everything into there, because I want to cover this with this road base, and I'll probably put some gravel down around it just to make sure the water flows like that French drain idea. Same from over here, and I'll probably put some more around here and there. I was thinking even like a gutter drain along here for surface water. So does that help?
Okay, so my suggestion is to think about a different option for your landscaping. Rather than put sod up there on the top up there. If you came out 1/2 meter where you showed me your foot, and you brought that gravel right up to the top. Okay? So
it would go straight down.
Correct. As water comes down that hill, this is called a curtain drain. And as water comes down the hill, it's just going to drop right into that system and be carried away by the pipe below. Again, you'll never beat Mother Nature, but for the most part, you should be able to solve that problem before it even gets down by the house. So you do some type of landscape bed, across that whole wall, some type of edging on the other side, and then put some nice stone. We call it river rock. Something.
We got it. We've got gravel. River gravel, like nice rounded edges or something a bit decorative.
And that would look really good right there. And then have sod grow to that point. That's good. I didn't think you had anything behind that wall, so that is really good.
I was so unhappy with what those guys did. In fact, you can see here these two ones poking out. I've actually got another inspection point there that I could flush out along here, and then that one's to flush all the way along there, and that's joined up and goes underneath down there.
Okay, so that's problem A. I think that will almost solve your problem, believe it or not.
I'm so glad you said it. Because the reason that it's got dirt here is I lost an argument with my wife around. I thought we should have it, and she said, "No, I want a garden bed." So,
well, I mean, you're only losing 1/2 meter, so it's not bad. But I don't think you need to put a retaining wall up there by your back fence. I don't think you need anything up there at all, because.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to stop that water no matter what you
No.
do from those neighbors.
Okay.
So
Right.
let it come across. Once you get sod established, once you get the grass down there, it's
Yeah.
gonna really slow it down anyways. But if you can bring that gravel to grade behind the wall, you've got most of this problem. So let's
Okay.
move down to the lower level.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you got this, Rob. You pretty much got it. It's just you're so close.
Yeah.
So in that lower level,
Yeah.
you're right. You need some catch basins down here. And this is only really going to be picking up the water that drops directly in the area. I don't think you'll have any more water overflowing unless you get a huge storm. I mean, like I say,
Yeah.
you know, because you only have 4-inch pipe. That's all. It can only handle so much water. But
Yeah.
in that section there, a series of catch basins and the French drain. You know, more gravel perforated pipe.
Yeah.
And send that. Can you go down that side of the house as well? If you send
This way or which way? This way?
Yeah. Could you
Down
go
this
out
way?
the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So that kind of needs to be separate because you only have one 4-inch line that's collecting all that roof and everything. I mean, it's not big enough. So
No.
you run another line on this side of the house and put your downspouts into that as well, and that'll separate that system and really help dramatically get rid of that water. So I think this side's really good. Let's go back over there to the last section.
The front?
Yeah, where you've got that pipe that's going out to the street.
Yeah. Go down, yeah.
But okay, so understand, as a drainage contractor, what we're concerned with is the structures. So you've got your garage back there, and that we're concerned about water going under that slab and having problems.
Exactly.
That's more important than trying to catch the water on top of the ground. So
right. Yeah.
if you can get a new line from right there out to the street and then tie everything else into it, you're going to be fine. You really have all the plan. You have everything. You understand it quite well. You're so close to finishing.
I know.
Yeah, you really are. And it's great. A lot of people do all this stuff and then they go, "Oh man, I should have done the drainage first."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you did. You stopped and you waited, and you're so close to finishing. But I would put, just kind of review it. Let's start right here. Separate the downspouts. To keep that on that line, but make a new line from here out to the street, and attach everything in the backyard to your new line. So you have two 4-inch lines, 200 mil lines going out to the front.
Yeah.
You got this, and you're ready to go.
Okay. Can I ask one other question?
Of course.
Instead of digging all the way out down the side here, if I put like I saw you do this in some places, stormwater pit.
Yep.
I was thinking, like, with this being filled in, like, this is going to become out here probably the lower area down here, or maybe even around here could be the lower area. I don't know, but I could potentially dig a pit in there and sort of connect the storm that pit in. Yep. What's wrong with that idea?
That's a great idea, and you still need to have a discharge line. It has to be separate from that downspout because it'll really overload that system. So you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you still need a discharge line, but it's only 1.5 inch pipe. It's really small.
Okay. Right. If I'm driving it, I can get by with a smaller pipe.
Correct. But, definitely separate those two systems. The sump pump's a great idea. Just give it some thought, weigh out the pros and cons of which is easier, which is better. I think the sump pump's better. I believe in sump pumps. I put in hundreds a year, and they don't fail. They don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Of course, when power goes out, it goes out. I mean, you don't have it.
That's the thing.
Well, I'm sure where you are, power comes back on pretty quick.
It's not too bad here. It was bad years ago. We used to have some brownouts and things like that. But, I mean, this is Australia. We've got pretty good infrastructure, and it's not too bad up there. But down here, it's the weather's pretty reasonable, I think. Yeah.
I've never been there. I have a friend that when we graduated college, he actually was an editor at the Herald. And
oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and he married. I believe we lost touch years ago, but I believe he's still there. I'm sure he married while he was there, and
right.
I'm sure he's still there.
You have to reconnect. Look him up on something like LinkedIn or something.
Look and all that, but it's just, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But as you get further into that, especially if you're starting to put that sump pump in, if you have any questions, either text me or call me. Exactly. I do Skypes all over the world. It's amazing. I've been in Singapore. I've been in Malaysia.
Oh, really?
In Philippines.
Well, they have a lot more water.
Yeah, but the one in Malaysia was they wanted to flood a field. They couldn't figure out how to flood the field, and I thought, you guys.
Oh, right.
I mean, come on. It's like it rains every day.
Okay.
But the one that was interesting was is either in Finland or the Netherlands, someplace, and he showed me the liters per minute in Europe, and they have faster pumps than us. I mean, these pumps were really good. Right. So you may have even better pumps.
Right.
So that would be good. But I'll send you the link so you can look what we recommend.
Okay.
Again, if you get into the project, you have any questions, give me a call.
Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.